We didn't really choose maybe to work in theater. It's like we work in theater and in performing art, but it was more something that happens maybe since both of us were not coming from previous performing art or theatrical studies. But I was coming from history of the arts and part from design, but at the same time we were very interested, both of us, in theater, maybe exactly because of its ability to have a lot of elements into it, and the possibility of maybe the perception of freedom that we were feeling in theater, in not kind of political freedom, but just kind of artistical freedom, in which was very much more easily maybe than other media to reverse the common laws of theater, since it was more easy to start doing it and trying to investigate how you could change what was theater so far at the moment.
Yeah, in theater work together a lot of different elements, and for us was very interesting the idea to move and mix in different way all this kind of aspect, and have the possibility really to create something that is every time theater, but every time something completely different.
Kind of maybe not be so obsessed with theater, even if we still consider it as the main medium in which we work.
Because we know that we have that instruments to use, and every time it really can be a different media. But for us, the first aspect is thinking about theater. I don't know, I think that we studied together at the University of Venice, and during our studies we met the Societas Raffaello Sanzio, that certainly give us a strong influence, because yeah, it's a really important Italian group, well known also, I think, in Europe, and they propose us to work in a way completely different from everybody else, and so it has been really a strong experience, because we have only to think about, or to think first about the image, and to build our work not in a narrative way, but in a sort of narration with images. It was something new for us, and so it has been really a strong experience, I think.
Yeah, at the same time, like for specific works, I think that we, like in each work that we did, we were always very influenced by artistic expression and artistic experiences of the late century, much more than performing art or theatrical experiences. We think always that sometimes it's more useful to see something that you didn't love so much more than something that you really loved, because when you really love something, it's somehow very difficult to detach you from this. But when you hate something, or even without hating, okay, but when you think that something problematic, this activates much more reflection, because you really have to understand why I dislike this, what was wrong for me, and so through this kind of stuff, like seeing thing that really didn't fit you so much with you really understand what you like to do.
We don't know exactly where are we going, of course, but we know that we are not strictly closed in the idea of theatre, and we know that it's our point of view in the art, and it's our first idea is to work in theatre, but we have already done something different, so it could be again, I think.
We are always working project to project, trying really to change the shape of what we do every time, not at all for the idea of novelty for its own sake, but just because, as I was saying, changing the reference of your own work every time, it's very a kind of breather. Like otherwise it would be a little bit boring. Even though I think there in our path and in what we absolutely don't know what will be like in 10 years, but we do know that there's something that we are always interested in, and is maybe, I would say, the relation with the audience. And this maybe it's the real question about why you do theater, because like you can express yourself in every kind of media, but maybe the theater has still today this specific ability to put like your face in front of the audience. And when it seems like we are really working in collaboration with the imagination of the audience, it's something that would not be so the same stuff working in visual art or in cinema. Like it would be different. It will not be nothing. It will be simply different. And I think that since this for us, this relation with the audience and sharing a kind of constructing an image with the audience is something that really we do care, and so I think that we will continue in theater as long as we think that this it's something from which we cannot escape really.